Hey, welcome to X3, the show with one topic and three pundits. Myself, John C. Dvorak, Andrew Eisner, and Joe Engo to discuss Windows 8 consumer preview. Didn't we discuss this already once? A couple of Windows 8.
You can't discuss this too many times, John. This is very important.
This is one of your stories.
It's a lot of fun to watch train wrecks. And this is definitely a train wreck.
Well, I wrote a column recently suggesting that's the every other phenomenon you have
Vista,
at Star Trek.
Whatever,
right, Vista's bad,
right,
Windows 7's good. And Windows 9 was my thing was get started on Windows 9 immediately. It's a big hit.
Well, today Microsoft released an announcement saying that they're trying to draw in iOS developers saying, oh yeah, look, our platform is so much better. Look how much better our UI is. And basically their argument is that since they're not using title bars, you have so much more screen real estate. But then they add this padding like that much around all of their contacts and whatnot. They're showing off their contacts app saying ours is far better because we don't have a title bar, we don't have this and another thing, but their padding is like that. So they lost all the space.
Perspective. So.
Yes.
Well, yeah, but you hate Microsoft, and,
yes.
and you're
I agree, and I think it's ridiculous.
Apple fanboy,
exactly.
right?
Well, yeah, but their UI is ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense.
But anyway, so I loaded up Windows 8.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah, and have you loaded it?
Yeah, no, I've been running it.
Okay.
But I've been running the Developers Edition, so I didn't upgrade.
So you don't? It doesn't start up with Metro UI?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So what do you think of that?
I don't think much of it. I don't think it's very interesting. I'd get out of it immediately.
Okay.
I go right to the Windows
exactly.
side.
Or the desktop,
I throw it away.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so this is a problem.
But every once in a while you hit something, and boom, you're back over there, and you say, "Well, I don't want this. I want to go back to the desktop where I can, simplify my life." The desktop is easier, to be honest about it. A good example, I wrote about this, PCMag.com. Check it out. Actually, it's an extremely long column for me. I normally try to keep them short. Just 2 pages.
Wow.
Bitching about the Windows 7 phone, trying to get photos off this thing and putting movies onto it. You got to download Zune.
Wow.
So this is basically a Zune phone, like they denied. It's a Zune phone. You got to download Zune, and then Zune becomes, it's kind of like iTunes. Microsoft copied that idiotic idea, as opposed to Android, where you plug in the phone and it says, "Do you want it just to be a storage device?" You hit yes, and there's got all your folders. Oh, music. I'll put this over here. I'll move this over
honestly,
here.
that is something I really do like about Android. I hate having to sync music through iTunes.
So anyway, finish your.
So I could never. I finally figured I got the thing so I could move it because I want to get the photos off of this thing. Then I noticed something, and so it took me all day. So I finally got the photos off the phone, and then I couldn't get any movies onto the phone because it said you need a special folder, and then I created a folder. So you can't use that folder. Well, it's the folder that's on the thing. I tried, I gave up because I'm not going to kill myself trying to figure some of this stuff out. And it's not that hard. No. But where's the folders? So anyway, the thing that was interesting, they still had some vestiges of the photos I had erased that show up on your screen, on the opening screen. They got a little thing that says pictures, and it shows, and it just randomly grabs pictures from your picture file and throws them up here because it's cute. Well, I was thinking about this. What if you had some either a pornographic picture or some picture you didn't want to see or something you tried to erase? In fact, there was a picture saying, "What is this picture doing here?" It was an unattractive picture of myself, which is I got tons of those, and I was like, I already erased this from the phone. Why is it showing up here? And why should any picture that I didn't choose randomly appear on my phone? Yeah, this is a disaster.
Yeah, could be. And not only that,
this is just one day of complaining. And I like the Nokia hardware. I think it's really a rock solid product. But it's got Gorilla Glass and the whole thing. I don't know.
Well, Microsoft has got a big challenge on their hands, no question. And because
how about doing something that just makes logical sense instead of trying to copy a lousy iTunes idea, which is impossible? Let's just copy that and call it Zune.
Yeah. I know.
Why are they even staying with this idiotic name Zune?
Yeah. Don't get me started on iTunes. It's not much better.
No, it's not, but you could have skipped it and done what Android did, which is turn the device into a USB storage device when you want to just move things around.
Yeah, exactly.
Very simple. There's a file, it's open.
Drag and drop.
There's all your stuff. There's stuff. You just move it to here and here. How hard is that? Do they think it's too hard for an idiot user?
Yeah, well, apparently.
I get going on this, obviously.
So, Microsoft Windows 8, though, going to be a big challenge. There's already a lot of backlash on it from a lot of people. So,
I noticed.
Because
that's why I think it's a cyclical thing. I don't really think it's that bad. And I have a machine using Vista, even though you hate it. I don't think these things are that bad. They have little, things that are annoying, but I mean, it's not as bad as this.
Yeah.
this phone.
Yeah. Well, maybe when Windows 8, the new Windows, it probably won't be any easier. They'll probably make you use Zune like.
They got to get rid of Zune. They got to change the name. They got to do something because Zune. I put this in the column.
That's right.
I think the name is jinxed.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Somebody should do some numerology on that name and get rid of it.
Sooner or later, it's got to go.
And it makes it. Okay. Well.
You know what that means.
He's zoomed us out of this. All right, you've been watching X3.